Yo, what's good people? Today is going to be the start of a new series called Shinobi Shenanigans, and basically in the series I'm going to be analysing my own gameplay and picking apart why I did certain things in what situation, what I could have done better, and also the opponent's mindset and why they made certain decisions. And I'm also going to be looking at different Raven players, so specifically top Raven players from globally really. And I think it's going to be good for me to look back on, but also for you guys to look back on, might give you some inspiration. So I'm just going to jump straight into it. So I'm playing against Oracle. He's a really good Ana player. I don't think he's played ranked this season, but I know for sure that he was probably the best Ana in France. While he is the best Ana in France, maybe one of the best Anas in Europe. He was TGP last season, so can't take lightly. But I always say, with Ana, I think movement is the best way to approach the matchup, because she has some things that are steppable, and she's weak to stepping right as well. Chaos Judgment is weak to stepping right as well. So the only thing you step left is like mainly her full catch mix-up, but yeah, mainly stepping right is good against Ana, and obviously you're gonna have to guess at some point. So I guess it's kind of luck in some situations, but on the whole I think just use movement. And obviously it's hard for me to play against Oracle because we've never played before, so I kind of have to feel him out in the first game just to it's hard for both players. So let's see. Go for Oki in this situation. He doesn't wake up. That was a good option. Probably the best option not to wake up in that situation. And he got the magic. Dropped it. Ready boys. He's mashing tech roll. Oh my god. Literally mashing tech roll. But that's just the way I tech roll. Unless I want to tech roll right, then you mash kicks. And I think one important thing in tournament is definitely to knowledge check, but know the limits within knowledge checking, because knowledge checking can quickly become partying, and that's not what you want to do really in tournament. It can get you killed, especially if the opponent knows Raven. But it is a good idea to kind of knowledge check. For example, he was unlucky on the punish there, but it's good to knowledge check for sure. No, I tried to launch her, that's not -15. Ooh, nearly got hit by the full catch low. So I'm trying not to take risks, but I want to finish him off. So I'm literally not trying to step. And that's another tip for you guys. You must step that string. It's not a good idea to try and interrupt. Just step. Just step right. Because you can actually counter hit confirm that. But some Ana players just throw it out, just for something to throw out, I guess. The same way that Raven players, they can counter hit confirm 114, but sometimes it's good to just throw it out, to catch the opponent off guard, I guess. And at this point, I was just trying to use movement, and now I have to finish him up. I don't want to take too many risks, so yeah, just a poke low, safe, relatively safe, regarding the situation. So we're gonna go into my second match. So at this point, I'm 1-0 up. So how do I approach the matchup, and how does he respond as well? Is something to look out for. Because I was thinking in my head, okay, I'm 1 up in the set. I don't need to take that many risks. He's down, so he's gonna take the risk now. He's gonna do more 50-50s and try to do more stuff. Round 1. Force me to guess and whatnot. So that's purely just a read down forward 3. I thought he was gonna do like jabs or something. I don't know. Nice block. With punish, stepping. See, stepping is very good against Ana. She's quite weak to stepping right, so it's a good idea to step. Again, a whiff punish, and I didn't want to take that many risks, so I went for the mid after the 4-1 there. Round 2. I didn't want to get low parried, so I just went for a safe option. And again, knowledge checking with Haze. I don't know why the slash kick whiffed, but just knowledge checking, subtle knowledge checking is really good for tournament, because it can annoy people. But then I think if you can't open people up, start knowledge checking, and their defense will slowly open up because they don't know how to defend against certain things. I mean, of course, unless they know the Raven matchup inside out. But even then, I think if someone knows the Raven matchup, it kind of opens up mind games for you as well. So I think it's a good thing if they know the matchup sometimes, because you can get away with like the more things are going through their head. They're thinking, okay, she has this many options from the situation, so it's quite good if they know the matchup sometimes. But it can kill you if you make the wrong decision at sometimes. I don't know why the punish didn't work. Maybe online. I don't know. Nice it. Yeah, get it with punish. Doing mids, because she. The thing with normal Tekken characters is that if I punish you, I can actually take my plus frames. Not like 2D characters where they have a parry and then I can't take plus frames. But you can actually take advantage of the plus frames. Tried to whip punish, but it didn't work. Nice. I think he knew I was going to parry that. Nice. I should have just stayed back, to be honest.
Round 4.
Down 3-4. Again, knowledge checking with haze. Because last time I did haze free, so I think he tried to check it with a low, but yeah. Just guessing right. You always have to guess. And the reason I did that is because he pressed. I saw that he pressed, and I thought, okay, he's not going to react to the low, and he didn't. So I'm just going to go for Oki here, and he does. So it was good. It was a good decision.
You win.
So that was my set against Oracle. This was not my first set, by the way. My first set was actually against a Tekken God Prime pool player, but I didn't manage to save those. I didn't think to save those at the time, so I didn't record those. Okay, this is my set versus Trimmer. He's a really good Beast player. And again, I've never played this guy, so I kind of went into the matchup not taking that many risks, just filling him out, you know. Using movement against Geese is really important as well. And I think staying in a range where orbital whiffs and also fireballs, you can orbital over fireballs yourself, use your own orbital over them, is a good way to fight Geese. Because Raven has better space control than Geese with her movement, so it's a good idea to kind of like keep away, not keep away, but just keep out of the range of like, or keep at a range where you can whiff punish or deal with fireballs easily, because a lot of these players, they use fireballs for like neutral control, and Raven is good against getting around. See, look there. So you can orbital over fireballs on reaction, and once you do this, the Geese player is going to stop using fireballs as much. I mean, they're still going to use, but they won't use it as much. So just knowledge checking again. I mean, it was quite risky, but I don't think he was going to mid parry there. There was no reason to. I wasn't close to him. And just using movement to open up an opportunity to whiff punish. So, I should have punished harder on the fireball whiff, but I wasn't confident in my whiff punish. This is good. I saw that from Pinya. Down back to on hit and then slide is really nice. Because the thing is, slide is launch punishable, but it's hard to react to. Like it's I don't know the frames exactly, but it's especially up point blank. It's really hard. I don't think you can react to it. I think it's a mix-up, to be honest. Because you had 4-4-3 as well from back to, so the animation looks similar because she does the dash. So yeah, that one's definitely, it's good to use. I mean, you just need to believe in your mix-ups, and I think it'll be effective. But yeah, I was just literally watching Pinya's games, watching other Raven players' games, and I thought, what can I use in tournament to knowledge check? And I've been working on using more moves to knowledge check opponents.
Round 1.
So second game, I'm 1-0 up. I don't want to take risk. I'm using movement, you know, trying to force him to make a mistake. And I could already tell that he didn't know Raven. So, or know Raven that much. Maybe his tournament nerve got to him or something, but I could have parried that. I could have back to 4 bumpers to parried that, but I wasn't ready for the. I didn't think it's gonna block it. Nice it. That was good. That was good.
KO.
Not taking any risk with the combo. Just finish him off. This is the thing. Just finish them off. If you have an opportunity to kill them, just do it. Because in tournament you need to win. Let's see how I do with it. Just using movement. Just using movement. You using movement, just get out of the range of like certain things. Could have whiff punished that, I think. Nice whiff punish. See, just backing off. He does. Or he did. I think he did down 4. I'm not sure, but I think he ducked. And at this range, you can't punish that low, so that's why I did it. You know, the full crouch down 4 at that range is really hard to punish, so that's why that was a good decision by me. Because even though he blocked it, I was safe because he couldn't punish. And that was I tried to do 4-4-3, but I failed the whiff punish. That's my own fault. So even though I'm taking those down forward 1-1s by Geese, it's okay because it's not that it's okay to take that damage because at least I'm not getting launched. I'm moving away, and yeah, he doesn't know that that's minus 40. He could have back 3-2, but he doesn't know. So that was my set against I think his name is Trimmer. It was a really nice Geese player. And then I have another Geese player that I play against, who is the best Geese in Europe, I want to say, actually.
Round 1.
Alright, so we're going to get into the set with Pika. So, me and Pika have actually played quite a bit. Not a lot, but we played before. So we kind of know each other's tendencies, and, you know, I know that he uses mid parry a lot. So, he does have good Raven knowledge as well, because like and you know, just using movement. Look at what movement gets you at the end of the round is nice. I tried to whip him, it didn't work.
KO.
He's free. I was lucky that he didn't block that, but then I would have parried after he blocked it anyway. I get hit. And I think one thing with Pika is that he uses back 3 as like a mid poke because he knows that people aren't going to challenge it. And it's good, but it's also bad because if he actually committed to back 3-2, sometimes he would actually take more rounds. So at this point I was just feeling him out, but I feel like he should commit to a back 3-2 a bit more. Obviously sometimes you don't want to spend the meter, so I understand, but he definitely should have committed a few more times, to be honest. And the thing is with that forward 3 from Geese, it's really hard to duck because it has a lot of active frames. So even though I do try to duck it a lot in versus both Geese players, it's hard to do for me online. Nice with finish. Another wall. I mean, I should have ducked that, but I thought he was going to do the mid version. So just creating an opening. I didn't want to press too many buttons, so just create that little opening and go for the jump over setup, but he doesn't fall for it. It was nice.
KO.
That was good.
Round 4. Fight.
Let's see how I deal with it. I'm 2-1 down in the game, so let's see how I approach. You can sense a bit of urgency from me now because I need to do something because I'm going to lose if I don't do anything now. And that's where the mistakes come in as well. Because when a sense of urgency comes in when you want to beat someone, you start making more errors because you want to, or take more risks. And with risk comes error. So you have, see, for example, if he believed in that whiff punish or in that back 3-2, he would have won the game, pretty sure. But it's just because he uses that as a mid poke rather than actually a whiff punish every time. And at this point, I kind of like, I have the momentum now, so I kind of shifted it into this round as well and into the next game. So let's see. It was bad spacing for me. I shouldn't have done that because I had a massive life lead. I just need to kill him off. So just not pressing buttons, using movement, and can't it confirm that. So at this point, I was trying to like not press buttons, but I got impatient and did power crush. But at this moment, I'm trying to not press buttons. Yeah, I did down back 2-1 because I was like, okay, he's probably not gonna launch it. It's not that deep if he doesn't launch it because I'm not gonna be dead. So that it was quite lucky. And now I'm in winners final, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skip this winners final and then skip to grand finals because it's against the same guy anyway. So I'm literally gonna skip this and go to grand finals. So okay, so he picked Anna for the first game, and obviously I know Anna because I play the character, right? So I wasn't really too phased by it, but obviously Anna's, you have to guess at times. So you know, I should have launched this. This was terrible punish. I should have launched it because I knew he was gonna go for it, but I wasn't ready for the punish. Oh, the full crouch. I should have known, but it was a good decision by him, to be honest. But I should have known it. Okay, let's see. What do I do to get out of this stuff? And this was a good decision by me because if I ducked,
Round 2. Fight.
if I ducked and he did the mid, I would have got wall splat and then he would have broke the balcony. So I didn't want to take the risk. So I just stood there and took the pressure, to be honest. So just using movement to get out of her pressure, and I actually guessed really well, so that helped as well.
KO.
That definitely helped.
Round 3.
But he was a good player, to be honest. He knows some stuff, and he's definitely got good fundamentals. So it wasn't easy. It was tough. But I started to kind of like get used to his tendencies, I guess. And I just forced him to guess at this point. Surprised that kill, that was nice. And then at this point I knew that he needed to do something now because he's 1-0 down in grand finals on loser's side. So now he really needs to do something. So he switches back to Negan. And yeah, I knew that he was going to be playing a bit more, pressing more buttons, you know, taking more risks. So I knew that if I just play the way I'm playing, you know, it's okay. I don't need to take risks. So let's see how I deal with it.
Round 1.
Deal with the situation. So he doesn't fall for it that time. And the thing with Negan is that I didn't want to. I don't want to get hit by like random launchers, so that's why I was a bit careful at the beginning. But then I realized that he wasn't going to do it, so then I started to be a bit more confident in my movement and pressure, I guess. That was bad. Nice. So with Negan's pressure, you just need to take it and force him to make a mistake, like whiffing. Because the thing with Negan is if he whiffs quite hard. Like that, for example, did you see the whiff recovery? It was terrible. So if you make Negan whiff, he whiffs really hard. And that's a good thing for you because you can whiff punish quite easily. So it's good to just use movement versus Negan. He's quite linear on both sides. But stepping right is best against Negan. That was a nice combo. So I'm literally just using movement, trying to get away from the wall. Yeah, stepping left away from the wall. Doesn't break the throw. I don't think he knows how to deal with it, and I knew. So I was like, okay, he doesn't know how to deal with that. That was counted. I should have done back turn 1-4 because it was counted.
Round 3.
The song is quiet.
Fight.
Let's see. Okay, hopefully you guys can actually hear the music. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. But I put it like a low volume. So it's not like overpowering the gameplay and my voice. So hopefully you guys can hear it, but ultimately the gameplay is what matters, I guess. So he's throwing out random launches now, so I know that I'm in his head, kind of. So I know that, yeah, he's whiffing, you know, throwing out random stuff. That was nice. I tried to parry, and you can't parry his weapon. That was really good. Force him to whiff. Do you see? He whiffs really hard. He whiffs extremely hard. And now, at this point, he's 2-0 down, so if he wasn't taking risks before, he's going to take even more risks now. So he sticks with Negan, but he picks. He actually picked this stage. So we're gonna see how I close out the tournament. And again, my mindset was just not to take risks, just to play how I'm playing, because he's playing into my game right now. He's taking risks he doesn't need to take. He's whiffing, and that's good because I'm forcing him to whiff. Just using movement. That was poor punish. Didn't even punish it. So do you see? Using movement? Okay. The little flex combo. This really was not needed, but I did it anyway. Just for the Twitch chat was going crazy over that.
Fight.
But it's just kind of regular, like it's not looking crazy. And at this point, jab pressure is very effective in this game, but jabbing is weak to stepping. So jab pressure is real, but like you need to step. If you just keep doing jabs, just step. Because it's not really, it's real, but not that real, where you can't press. Because you can sidestep and then press. But then I guess they could do jabs and then tracking moves, but then jab pressure is not real then, because you can jab. So I guess jab pressure is just mind games as well. Nice. Just force him to whiff. I should have whiff punished him. Okay. That was nice. Didn't use the screw yet, but I messed up the combo. It's terrible. That's it. Just using movement, get out of the way. So as you can see, just keep using movement. And we're gonna see. Out.
KO.
Just a simple poke low will do in this situation. And yeah, this is how I took this tournament. It was nice because I tried out new strategies, you know, new knowledge checking strategies, and it really worked. So it's nice. And my problem in some online tournaments, because not offline, I don't really have this problem offline, but online, I feel like players that I should be beating, they're winning, or I'm finding it hard to beat them. And I feel like it's just because, and I don't have this problem versus like better players. Like I can beat better players by using fundamentals, but then versus players that I should be beating anyway, I tend to struggle a bit more because perhaps they don't know Raven as much, so I need to knowledge check them. And of course online is always a factor because I don't know, sometimes the rollback doesn't allow me to block lows at the last frames or something like that. So my movement and defense is affected. So I feel like knowledge checking with certain moves like, you know, QCF1 haze, you know, back 2-2 or back turn moves like back turn 3-4, see if they're pressing, you know, things like that, more grabs, can deal with players effectively. But also I need to remember that I need to be more patient in my gameplay when playing like players that don't know Raven, because they just mash. And that's one thing I've noticed, when people don't know Raven, they just mash. And I really should just take a moment to stop and think, okay, what are they doing? What are they reacting to? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was the first episode of Shinobi Shenanigans, and next episode will be probably, I'll find a Raven player to analyze, and hopefully we can learn together and learn new strategies. So until the next time guys, peace.